Okay. Now, let's have some good news. Everybody says, Ashton, you're so negative all the time. I come from a very long line of complainers, well-bred complainers. None of y'all can compete. I have German blood in me and Italian blood and Scottish blood. I think they're going to outlaw that DNA combination in a few years. That's why I am the way that I am. Anyway, the good news. I appreciate you, number one. Number two, the DNI, Tulsi Gabbard, is going to confiscate In-Q-Tel from the CIA. I mentioned this on the last stream. The biggest news gets the least coverage. Nobody out there has any idea what this even means. But In-Q-Tel is the CIA's venture capital. What this means is that they are essentially the money people. So people are like, oh, well, the CIA has the patents. Not really. What the CIA is doing is they've got the purse strings. They're going, oh, this technology is going to be really useful. We're going to give them money, but then they got to make shit for us, and they got to only make it for us. And they can do other stuff for the public, but that's how that works. This is big because In-Q-Tel started after 9/11, 2001. Well, what have we been saying about these plasma orbs? These plasma orbs, I don't care where they came from. I don't care if they came from aliens. I don't care, whatever. Don't come at me. People are coming at me all the time talking about, I was studying the plasma orbs that go back thousands of years before you. I don't care, dude. What are you talking about? Take it to your psychic meeting or whatever. All I care about, give me the fusion reactors, give me the teleportation technology, and then we can part our ways. You can go make whatever cult you want, anywhere you want to make it. DNI is taking over In-Q-Tel. Why is this big? 2001 is when In-Q-Tel started, and this perfectly aligns with the development of the dense plasma fusion reactors. That paper by George Miley, by Frank Mead, by David Froning, it's from 2005. The MH370 videos are 2014. It's very possible that In-Q-Tel was funding the companies that were building the components to the orbs. And it's very possible those companies don't even know they were building them. You get all the components built separately. Someone else puts it together. Who even knows? So the fact that Tulsi Gabbard made a specific point in the first year of her office to snatch In-Q-Tel from the CIA cannot be understated. That's where the money is. That's where they're hiding the technology. It's not like the CIA has a whole list of all their secret patents. They might, actually. I hope they don't, but they might. It's more like they're just funding the people, and that becomes their connections. That becomes their toy makers for the CIA. That's how that works. So this is essentially Tulsi Gabbard saying, we're taking your toy box from you. We're going to have that toy box be under us instead. If I had to guess where the UFO technology is at, right there in In-Q-Tel. Those are the companies that I want to be looking at. This is going to come up later in the live stream. Because at the end of the stream, I want to talk about all the different things that we have uncovered that can directly expose this program, UFO program, this technology, everything. We have more verifiable evidence that can uncover the whole UFO program than anybody else out there by far. By far. One other thing I wonder about this is how long it took China to figure this out. This is a good question that people ask, and they should ask it more often, which is, does China have this technology? Does Russia have this technology? The short answer is yes. How do we know? Because China is focused on studying field reverse configuration. So we know they're at least privy to the secret sauce. They know the right direction to go into. Did they know that those orbs were exotic vacuum objects that are utilizing that self-organizing property that David Kirkley was just speaking about on that video? Maybe not. It's hard to say. It's hard to say how much they knew. It's hard to say if they even knew those videos were real. They know now for sure. They know now for sure. But it's hard to say if they knew back then. So I don't know how far they've advanced it, but there's one way that you could look at this scenario of the MH370 along with the UFO topic that makes a lot of sense. And that way is that there is a shadow war going on over this, let's just call it alien technology. China, Russia, United States, they've all figured out the Tesla electromagnetic connection to gravity. They've all figured it out, and they're all trying to weaponize it. Because whoever makes the best doomsday weapon, they win. And then it becomes about not just making a doomsday weapon. Everybody can make a weapon that blows up the planet. That's easy, sadly. The harder part, how do you turn it into a focused tool that you can put into your tool belt like Batman, and you can use it for different purposes? That's what the United States has done better than Russia and China. And you say, Ashton, how do you know this? How do you know that Russia and China don't have better versions of the orbs than the United States do? Because the United States controls this planet. If you have any doubt whatsoever, look at what we just did to Iran. Iran's only victories are on social media. Iran's leader's a cardboard cutout. Iran has at worst been decimated for decades now. One of three major adversaries to the United States has just been wiped out. Has just been wiped out. And it cost basically nothing from the United States. In fact, we got a movie out of it. We got a movie story out of Iran. It's definitely going to be on the plus side for the United States in the long run. No question. And what did Russia and China do? What did Russia and China do? They did nothing. If you have magical plasma orbs, you don't let your ally get just completely get run train on. Chat, we Eiffel Towered Iran with Israel's help. Full Eiffel Tower. If you don't know what that means, don't Google it. You'll be somewhat horrified. That's the reason why we have the best shit. It's not about me being a biased American.